Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hey there, crypto friends. How are we doing out there tonight? You are tuned in to the Crypto Happy Hour. Welcome, everyone. We're looking at BTC USD, the Bitcoin, up 3.49%. And we're looking at support at the 57,652.27. And looking up there at the resistance at the 58,311.59. We do have the 26-day over the 12, so we're waiting for that to resolve itself. But seeing support up there is looking really good for the bulls. So let's move on to Ethereum ETH/USD. ETH/USD, as you can see, we're still on this trade. We're up a big $400 hairs. And we do have support sitting there at the 2050.91 and resistance at the 2084.13. Trying to get above that 26-day moving average, which at the point in time, it is above the 12-day at this point. So looking for that to change for the better. Moving on to BNB USD, making all-time highs. Very tight range as we sit up here and try to figure out if we're going to go higher or not. We do have the 12, the 26, the 100-day moving average all in the right orientation. Volume is kind of light, and we did skim right up there on the RSI, right near that 70.00 overbought zone. So we are tapering down just a little bit. So as you can see on the charts here, I'll go to the 1 hour so you can get a little bit more clarity. You see we got good support off this, the 12-day moving average as it's starting to curl up, and all three of the moving averages are pointing upward, which is a good indication we're going to continue to go to the upside. But just in case, we have our support at the 412.01, resistance up there at the, let's move that for you. There we go, 419.740. And we're looking at the all-time high, 422. I should say 424.171 is the all-time high. So let me change that really quick. There we go. Get the coordinates. 424. And what is that? 424.17. There we go. All-time high sitting up there for BNB USD. So basically that's happening because of the Coinbase launching. I don't think it's actually an IPO, but I forget what the actual term is. Next week, they're going public. And so folks are figuring out, oh, wait a minute, I can own part of Binance or KuCoin whatsoever by buying their tokens. So there you go. Moving on to ADA, Cardano, ADA USD. We are right on that resistance point. We'll move that just slightly above here on the 1 hour. So we can move that up. Good support here at the 1.210. Resistance up there at the 1.2179. So very tight range here as we're starting to get support off that 12-day moving average indicated on this red line, crossing over the 100-day, the yellow line. For ADA USD, let's move on to DOT, PolkaDot. So as you can see, all these, I just charted all these just about 10 minutes ago. So things are starting to break to the upside, which is a good sign for us bulls. And let's see if we can find, may have to go to the 4 hour there. Yep, there we go. You see we have this resistance way over here to the left on that high at the 41.5298 and support just below that 12-day moving average at the 40.398. For DOT USD, let's have a look at the Doge, DOGE USD. Doge, very tight range as usual, and we'll switch over to the 1 hour to give you a little bit more insight into that. So we'll move that up there. So resistance up there to 0.0615 and support And I just want to point out how clearly you can see on this 12-day moving average, these wicks is touched on there. So that's why we use those. Those are really good indicators of the moving averages that are working for us, as there are a lot of choices to choose from. So we're looking at support at the 0.0610 for Doge. And we'll move on to Litecoin, LTC, USD. Litecoin breaking out as we speak. We're trying to get above. Well, let's see if we can find some previous price action up in there. We may have to move to the 30-minute time frame. There we go. That's going to be the first line of resistance. Switch back, and then there you go. So looking at support to hold at the 222.31, and then resistance up there at the 230.22. And we're going to move this stop on up here just below that 26-day moving average as we are active in this trade. Let's move on to LINK USD Chainlink. Everybody's moving up. That's a good sign. We like that. So we are looking at resistance, and we're banging away at it as we speak. So looking at resistance right there. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to the 1 hour, see if we can find something a little bit more finite for you, because that's what we're all about here. Precision. There we are. Resistance 32.8700, and then support down there. We can bring that up just below that 32.866 for LINK USD. Volume is coming up on this one. We do have the 12-day curling upward, and the 100 and the 26 is just about to cross that 100-day. So we should be seeing some upside movement on LINK USD. Got some room to run as well. So we're looking all the way up to the 33 for that particular one. Maybe even get into that sell target. Moving on to XLM USD Stellar. Stellar coming back alive here. We'll move over here. We'll scooch over. There we go. Let's see if we can find. We're going to look all the way up at the 0.510. So think about that. Yeah, we're right here on that 0.50 psychological as we speak. And then we do have all of these moving averages here on the 1 hour converging. It looks like we're going to get all the crosses for upside potential for that particular one. So support down to 0.49 as we move our way up for XLM, and we'll just massage this stop loss up to about the 0.487. As you can see, we are active in this trade as well. So let's move on to VET USD Vechain. Riding this 12-day moving average up to the top into the sell target. Found resistance at the 0.11722, and we're going to have support sitting just above that 12-day moving average at the 0.1158 for Stellar. So Stellar looking strong on its ascent all the way up to, we can see the all-time high sitting up there at the 0.121. I should say Vechain, not Stellar. So pardon me for that, but Vechain looking strong here. Let's have a look at Vethor, VTHO USD. And we have support. We'll put that one on the body. We have all these wicks here, as you can see, and then the body of this candle. So that's very strong support at the 0.0155. And then we need to get above the 12 and the 100-day sitting above us there. And so resistance is going to be right there at that. You see it rejected off of that one time, 2 times. So 0.0158 resistance for Stellar. Stellar. Why am I hung up on Stellar? I don't know. So BTHO USD. Let's move on to FIL USD Filecoin. New resistance up there at the 154.98, and then we are getting support off the 12 and the 26. And as you can see, This red line, which indicates the 12-day moving average, just about to cross above that. So that should give us a little boost to the upside. And we'll move this stop loss on up here a little bit tighter. And so you have support at the 150.4485. I'm sorry, 150.4458. And resistance at the 154.98. We'll have a look at Storj, STORJ. Drop down just a bit here for support at the 2.545 and resistance just above that 100-day. So you see we're just rejected off of that. But we have some good indication we can get through there. Active in this trade too, so we're going to find a resistance right there at the 2.616, and we're going to bring that stop loss in a little tighter, just below this 26-day moving average. Let's have a look at IOTA, which is killing it for the day. IOTA, we see the all-time high sitting up there nice and pretty. And so the all-time high, which was 1.962, so roughly the $2 range, we're trying to break through that. So we do have resistance at the moment at the 1.912. And we have some support, some new support levels sitting on top of that 12-day moving average. Yep, there we go, at the 1.872. We do have the 2600-day in the right configuration. That's what we like. I keep saying it because I'm trying to brainwash you into remembering that. So you have the 2600-day, the short time frame on top of the longer time frames. Gives you more potential for the upside. And RSI is back down into a decent range, 61.51. So got some potential here for IOTA, Internet of Things. Let's move on to comp, USD, COMP. COMP, we have support at the 450.838. Resistance gonna be right there at the 456.47. So tight range there is we're beneath these 26-day moving average. And once we can get through there, we do have some good upside potential there. For comp, USD, let's give some attention to basic attention coins. Yes, we're looking at BAT, USD, support right there to 1.272. And first going to find resistance on this previous candle. We're on the 1 hour still. We're trying to dial this in for you at the 1.2892. We have the 12-day curling up underneath. That's what we like in the 26 and 100-day. So all we need is some volume to come in for BAT USD, up 8.81% as we move into the sales target for that particular name. Let's look at ETC, Ethereum Classic, USD. Poke through our resistance level, so we'll move that up there to 19.830. Still holding that support at 19.161, and we can see the 20.792 all-time high for Ethereum Classic. And running that stop loss up there pretty tight. So let's move on to XEM USD, also known as NEM. NEM's got some news coming out over the weekend, so we're preparing for that. So we're going to get this charted for you here. So we do have support coming underneath this 12-day moving average as we inch our way up to the upside. So resistance up there at the 0.419 and support at the 0.410. And like I said, we have the 12 indicated in the red line here. And looks like we're going to get the cross of the 26 over the 100-day, which is known as the golden cross, for more upside potential. So we'll move on to MANA, MANA USD. We will adjust that for you. Already made a new resistance level right there at the ZIL. We have support at the 0.20259, And we'll move that resistance level up there at the just above that 100-day moving average. As you can see, that's creating some resistance here. Okay, I think we're back. Yes, we are. Goodness gracious. So anyway, we were last here on ZIL-USD. I'll try to get back over here. Oh, comedy of errors. So ZIL-USD, we're looking at down at support at the 0.20143. Resistance up there at the 0.2061 for ZIL-USD. Just underneath that 100-day moving average. So watch out for that, folks. NUUSD. Pretty much where we left off this morning, not much changes. So we have the support setting there at the 0.56949 and resistance. We're going to have to encounter and not move that first. We'll try to get over there. There we go. Resistance right there on that previous high at the 0.5773. For NUUSD, looking on to NMRUSD. Support 69.05 and resistance up there going to be at the 70.863 for NMRUSD. Moving on to GRT USD. This particular one, again, we're very tight range. We do have support at the 1.718, resistance 1.749. Very clearly, you can see we can't get above that 100-day moving average, but we do have the 12 and the 26 trying to push us through. Just need some more volume to get us in there. So looking for that for GRT. Let's have a look at Uniswap, UNI-USD. UNI-USD getting support off that 12-day moving average, riding that curl up there. So we have support at the 29.5751. Resistance off the 1 hour, we got that at 30.292. And trying again to get above that 100-day moving average. Moving on to AAVE USD. Breaking out here, we got some room to run. I'll just mention that. So we're going to look all the way up here. Let's see where we're going here. Previous price action. So we're going to be looking up at that area right there. So that's going to be, get your zoom back in. So we got some good room to run all the way up here to this 100-day moving average. We're sitting about 380.371. And if I didn't mention it, 359.848 support, 1226 underneath. Both of them curling up. So we got some wiggle room here for this one to go up. Moving on to MKR USD. You can see we cannot close above that 100-day moving average, create resistance. So we're going to look at 2236.6289 resistance. And we have support down there at the 2178.101 for MKR USD. And we're going to move this stop loss on up a little bit, just underneath that 12-day moving average. You can see we're active in this trade. Currently up $2,922. We'll move on to audio, AUDIO USD. Audio starting to fade on us. So we're looking down here support at the 2.365. And resistance, if we can make the bounce, is a 2.4837. And we're going to keep that stop just beneath that 26-day moving average. as they did adversely cross there. Let's move on to CHZ USD, up 8.50. We have support sitting up there at the 0.4686. And new resistance level is going to be right there on this swing high there at the 0.4956 for CHZ USD. We do have the, I'll mention here, we do have the 12/2600 day in the right configuration for that particular name. So let's move on to Theta, THETA USD. Theta getting into the sales target, and we got out of there. Once we got to there, we sold, kept 10% on the table, as we always do. But still looking at 12.816 for your support. And then resistance is going to be right there at the 13.08 for Theta. Almost done here, folks, so hang in there with me. ENJ USD. ENJ about to be listed on Coinbase Pro this Friday. You can already, it's on there now. So you can actually move your coin, if you have Coinbase. If you have ENJ, you can move it into Coinbase now and trade around. But coming Friday, you'll be able to purchase it. So you can always anticipate some kind of movement as things get listed on Coinbase. So we are looking down at support at the, where are we at? 3.27, yeah, right there, right on that resistance. So we'll move that out of the way. So looking at support at the 3.124, resistance up at the 3.334. And as you can see, there's the all-time high sitting there like a dangling carrot. So anticipate getting way beyond that as this thing gets listed on Coinbase. Let's move on to Harmony One, ONE, USD. We are struggling to get through these moving averages here. As you can see, we're just keep rejecting off that 12-day moving average. It keeps coming down on us here. And we do have support off the 100-day, so eventually we're going to figure this out, folks. So support at the 0.1549, and then your resistance level. Once we climb up through there, see, we're fighting that resistance at the moment, so we're going to look at these. Right, there we go. 0.1629. All right, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. BTC.D, we're starting to fade a little bit. So we got all the way up to the 57.87 as things kind of moved BTC's way. Then we decided, nope, it's altcoin time. And so we're at 56.50 percentage-wise for the market cap for BTC dominance. And then let's look at the total crypto market cap, way up there. And TradingView is showing the total crypto market cap at $1,913,000,000,000. So we're definitely, as some of the other, if you look at CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, we're definitely going to be above the 2 trillion again, which is a significant milestone for crypto. And congratulations to everybody for being a part of that. Well, folks, that does it for me. Here on the Crypto Happy Hour, we will see you at 6:45 a.m. Central Time here in the United States. And have a great evening. We'll see you then. Thank you.